the mother or the father when the couple is coming together. So that reminds me the clip in the movie that talks specifically about that. So let's watch that.
You know, you are supposed to be the head of this household. And all I see is a sorry man that can't take care of his family.
Sorry man.
Yeah.
You know what? I gave up everything for you. I was doing fine just before I met your behind.
Okay, so this is all my fault? That the bills are behind, Mr. Head of the House?
You know, if you treated me like the head of the house, I could be the man of being the head of the house. But you know what? I forgot my bad. You don't know anything about how to treat a man, do you?
Oh.
Because your sorry behind daddy wasn't around.
Wow. You would really say that to me? You gonna put all this on me, right? We're supposed to get $4,300 back in taxes, but we're getting nothing back because you owe $5,600 in child support. I'm surprised the cops didn't come lock your tail up yet. I bet you'll find the money then, though.
Well,
you'll have it then, right?
You know what? I wouldn't be behind if I wasn't taking care of your bad behind kids.
Oh, my kids.
As a matter of fact, you know what? If it wasn't for our child, I would have left your gold digging tail a long time ago.
So that was good. That actually was one of my favorite parts. So I specifically, you all were fighting dirty. I think I recall you talking about her father, and then y'all started talking about the bad children. But yeah, can you elaborate more on that piece?
Yeah, that was a very, very intense scene. And actually, it's a very important element that you need to consider whenever you get into a relationship, whenever you think about bringing, children and stepchildren, into it. Because a lot of times that children, they are comfortable with what they know. And whenever you bring in a different person, they're very uncomfortable. So they start to act a certain way as if something, a property of mine, excuse me for lack of better words, their parent, is being taken or shared by someone else, that they don't know, losing, what I'm saying, that person that they love. That scene in which it depicted one of the number one issues when it comes to relationship as far as problems are finances.
Right.
And we were discussing the finances, and a lot of times, unfortunately, when anger comes in, you look at the buttons that you can push and the things that you can say when somebody has offended you, and all you want to do is hurt. So that's a mirror reflection that comes with emotions. When somebody hurts you, you want to naturally hurt them back or get them better, in which all Christ-like things, go out the door.
She's a wonderful woman, and I can see that you love her. But if you love her, you're going to have to love her kids also.
Our family needs counseling.
I think you got a point. But the problem is, I need a new family.
So Nakia, another piece of the film was talking about counseling, and I know culturally it appears that black men don't necessarily like going and seeking godly counsel when there are challenges in their relationship. And so, can you elaborate more on why you really wanted to bring that out in the film?
I think the issue of, I think counseling is important, very important, to support a marriage and help it, grow and function properly. But I think, and not to say this in a bad way, but our culture, we bootleg everything. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, there's like bootleg counselors with no training, no nothing. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against no pastor or anything in this world, but I think being a pastor, being a pastor and a counselor is just an element of that, So you can't, I feel you still, in order to function as a counselor, you have to be, there's certain elements you have to have fully to function as a counselor. You can be a pastor and, help somebody out and mentor somebody's marriage. But I think it is different when you are specifically trained and this is your gift. You know, being a pastor, just because you're a pastor doesn't mean you should be going and counseling people. You know, if that's not your gift, then you should stay out of that field. And I think, and when you get into a lot of that happening, I think it rubs people wrong in our culture. You know, when you rub people wrong in our culture, we don't want nothing else to do with you. And I think that's one of the issues of dealing with men. And I think men we want to rule. We don't want nobody else to tell us what to do. And I think that's what brings the big issue with counseling in our culture.
And especially thinking, you know, I don't need another man telling me how to run my house. You know, this is my house. Let him run his house. Don't tell me what to do in my house. Would you screw it?
I do believe that the issue is, especially with men, it's feeling like I'm not in control. You know what I mean? And I think that's what brings up the big issue and problem with counseling. And another thing too is during counseling, you really have to be committed and believing that it's going to help your marriage, because you can go through it just to go through it. You know what I mean? And really be lying and all, you know what I mean, just to get it over with. But really not going to get something out of it that's going to benefit your marriage.
True. And Wes, there was a segment with you, and I got kind of like two things out of it. One was, what do you do when your friend, male or female, knows something about your mate and they shouldn't, you know, you feel like they really shouldn't choose this person. And then on the flip side, you know, you did some dirty stuff, you know, because that was your boy, you know, and you was sleeping with your boy. As a matter of fact, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the segment.
What you mean, Ann? His best man has been sleeping with his future wife for the past year.
Now, Wes, that was grimy. But unfortunately, that's real, because that happened.
Yeah.
You know, where a lot of backstabbing go on like that, you know. So my thing is, have it ever happened for real?
Nah, no.
And since you're not man enough to make the decision, I'll make the decision for you, okay?
I guess a booty call is your business, huh?
Hey Tammy, when was the last time you had a booty call?
Tammy is waiting until she's married.
What you mean, Ann? His best man has been sleeping with his future wife for the past year.
Karen, all men want is sex. All dumb men want is sex.
What really gets under my skin? Purpose.
Oh my goodness, you're so dramatic.
I have been to church without my wife before, and it is not a good look.
Pretty much a problem into your marriage or into your next relationship, because you already have this kind of sort of an expectation of what to expect.
Before the first date, you should know his criminal background. Definitely. But the only way you're going to be able to change is with the Lord. The Lord is the only person that could change a man. That's a dog.
It's the thing about foreplay and sex and all that. You know, the Bible tells you, like, look, you belong to the husband, the wife belongs to the husband belongs to the man.
When you came into my life, I thought I had closed love's door. then you show